I just love bundle time. I love going live and chatting with guests and you guys. It's so much fun. We're going to be talking about why oil free in this live, why Raw Chef Yin and I choose an oil free diet. So we're just going to wait for her to hop into our live. Don't forget to grab the bundle. The bundle is available right now. Link is in my bio, or you can get it from Raw Chef Yin's bio, or from any of the creators who are part of this bundle. You can get it from any of them. Oh, I just love you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for Raw Chef Yin to join. So in the meantime, please go grab the bundle. You can leave the live. We will not be offended if you leave the live and get the bundle and then come back. We don't mind at all if you go do that, because the bundle is such an amazing deal. You're getting almost over $8,000 of content. So Ellen is in here. Ellen, yes, Ellen's Healthy Kitchen. She says she's so happy to have her ebook in the bundle. She contributed an oatmeal ebook and that she worked really hard on to join. So go get the bundle so you can enjoy her book if oatmeal is something you enjoy in your life or you want to enjoy more of. We are actually going to be going live. Ellen and I, we're going to be doing an oatmeal kind of like a sprouted oatmeal. So for the raw peeps, we're going to be talking about that and showing some sprouted oats. So that's going to be really fun. I'm really excited for that one. And I see Ra Chef Yin is in the house. So let's got two things in this bundle. A food styling course, which I have not viewed yet, and I really want to. I might dig into that tonight. I want to read the food course and Mike the Vegan's new ebook. Hey!
Hi, Lisa.
I love you so much.
Aw,
You are so amazing.
we love you too.
Oh,
Aw,
I just always love doing lives with you, and you're such a good friend. Oh.
aw. It's good to see you.
It's good
You're
to
looking good.
see you. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty insane, as you know.
Yeah,
With the grief and everything. But I'm finding kind of like a nice balance between like going live and being
yeah,
excited, and then after I'm like, life is interesting. Like,
yes.
so I've been, having kind of a mix of both every
Mm,
day, and I'm
yeah.
excited tonight. I'm going to go to bed a little bit
Oh,
earlier.
that's good.
Yeah, so that'll be really nice. I want to read, like I was saying, I want to read Mike the Vegan's book because he just
Ah,
contributed that like the day before the bundle launch. Have you read through it yet?
oh no, because what happened was when it came out yesterday, I was actually the Veg Fest in Malaysia is happening right now as well, and I'm part of it actually. So
Wow.
yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at it yesterday because I was actually a model. They have they have oh, okay, so there's this company called Cloth Circularity, so they are recycling and they are upselling clothes. So we had a sustainable fashion show, then they had a green runway. So I was one of the models modeling, like, these clothes would have been thrown away already, but it was so good. And I got to wear like this nice evening dress and walk the runway, and loads of photos, videos, that kind of thing. So yeah, I was at Veg Fest yesterday actually, and tomorrow I'm going to be presenting a raw vegan demo on stage at Veg Fest as well, a mushroom bulgogi. So and then there's the vegan health bundle, so it's just like crazy week.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. I wish I could be there. Oh, Nate and I are very excited to see you.
Oh, good, 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 good. Yeah, we're gonna so Us has gotten his visa, so we can book our tickets very, very soon. We were supposed to discuss it yesterday, but we were like so busy with Veg Fest and then prepping for the bundle and this and that. So yeah, but yes.
Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. I know Nate was just like, "Oh, that's awesome!"
Oh,
He was like really
okay,
excited.
cool,
Yeah,
cool.
so we're really excited for that, and oh, it's gonna be so cool to like be in person.
I know, right? Yeah, we've done so many lives together, and you've tried so many of my recipes and I've tried so many of your recipes, but we haven't actually like met in person. So
Yes, it's
I'm,
gonna be so cool. We're gonna have wraps and all kinds of fun stuff. Oh yeah.
yay! Awesome.
Yes. So let's chat a little bit about why oil free. I really like that you suggested that as a
Mm,
topic for
yeah.
today because, like we eat oil free, so it's kind of like just normal for us. We don't
Yes.
necessarily always talk about it, but
Yeah.
the bundle that we're in is oil free.
Yeah.
And there might be like one or two recipes in there that slip through, but we tried our best. But yeah, oil free is the theme of the vegan health bundle. And the reason we call it the vegan health bundle, right, is because we don't want to have like junky vegan food in there
Yeah.
or anything like that. So oil free is one of the main things that we asked people when they contributed their ebooks was to keep things oil free.
Hmm.
So I wanted to ask you, why do you choose oil free with your raw vegan diet?
Yeah. I think it's really interesting because, I come from a background where I did my training in raw vegan food, firstly with Matthew Kenny and then with other teachers as well, including like Russell James, Amy Levine, Karen Nola. Yeah, I've taken many courses and then some of the Asian raw food chefs here in Bali, like Sayuri and also some Lauren from UK from Plant Academy. And I think all of them actually use oil. So I actually came from a background that I always thought that I needed to use oil in my raw food because you want to make things smoother, you want to make things bind, and also you want things to carry the flavor. But I remember like I think one of my students at one point she was oil free. And then I remember going to the Bali Vegan Festival, and there was another guy there, and he was also vegan and oil free. And then I was like, oh, okay, they don't use oil. Interesting, And then I think when I attended the Energy Summit, I think I think that was by Dr. Rick and Dina.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah, Dr. Rick and
yeah.
Karen Dina, right? And they
Mm.
were and I think you were most probably in the summit as well, and everyone was talking about how oil is it's like there's no nutrients in oil, you don't need to use it, and it's so high in calories, and and it's just like really bad for your body. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then I got your bundle. I got the Ultimate Royal bundle because I wanted your book, your burger book, and I started making it. And I was like, oh, we don't need to make raw food with oil. And then I realized, I think it was very practical. I think the first thing I was like, wow, washing up and cleaning up is so easy, right? And then you got to thinking like, wow, all that oil has been going into my body is like, ugh. Yeah. And then so when I started also, yeah, making Chris's recipes as well. And I'm like, wow, nothing has oil. And I realized like, oh, I feel so much better. But it's a funny thing, because I think my breakfast has always been oil free because I don't because I just eat fruits, right? Or I had smoothies and all that. There's always no oil. But I think when I started making like my salad dressings had oil and all that. So yeah, so it was in 2021 when I started making food with raw food without oil, and I was like, yeah, like I said, number one, washing up was so better. And then I thought I was already eating healthy, right? Then when I took out the oil, I'm like, wow, I feel even better, right? First I eat raw food, and I feel like, whoa. And then when I took out the oil, I'm like, whoa, it's the next level. So yeah, then I'm just like, okay, I'm just not gonna use oil in my food anymore. And yeah, and then we find different substitutes. I found using like like iris moss gel or just using more water. A lot of times you can just replace with water, or you kind of get used to the textures as well. So yeah, that was it's because I'm a very touchy feely person, so I'm not so much of scientific. Maybe you can talk more of the scientific, but to me it's just like I feel way better. This is how I should go. I'm very intuitive that way. Yeah. So
Oh, I
yeah.
love that. Yeah, thank you for sharing. I know when um, my first experience with the oil free thing was because I you grew up in the raw community with people like David Wolf and a lot of the similar ones that you were, like Matthew Kenny, and
Mm.
a lot of oil was involved in
Yeah.
the dressings and stuff. And I remember when I would do raw, like for the first 10 years, like from 2004 to 2014, every time I did raw, it would involve a lot of fats because I
Mm.
thought that's what you
Yeah.
needed. And I would
Yeah.
always be like, I just didn't feel like I was supposed to feel. I'm like, well, I'm eating raw. Why am I not feeling
Yeah.
awesome? Right? I felt
Yeah.
better than I did, but I just wasn't hitting that, like, that epic part.
Yes.
So I would put avocados in my smoothies, and I would eat a lot of sun-dried tomatoes, but I would eat them packed in olive oil because
Uh,
good.
yeah.
Um, and then I did like flax oil and stuff like that. So I was doing a lot of oils in those days. And I found that when I eventually finally went vegan and I decided to go raw, that's when I was like, okay, well, obviously, all the times that I've been doing raw, I was doing it wrong. So
Mm.
try something different. And that's when I found like Fully Raw Christina
Mm.
and Chris Kendall, Tanny Raw as well,
Mm.
Jack from Raw Tropical Living. And I was like, okay, so if they're all oil free and low fat, I'm like, I'm not gonna die
Mm.
if I try this, right?
Yeah.
So when I did, I realized very quickly that I had to eat more calories to
Yes.
compensate because, fats, oils, like they're high calorie foods. So I felt I needed to eat more, but I was also feeling so good. Like you said, like you just feel so much better. You're like,
Mm.
wow, taking that one thing out feels so much better. And we eat our fats whole, right?
Yes.
Like avocado or coconut or even olives. Like I
Yeah.
just eat the olives, raw fermented oil olives from Big Picture Foods are so good. But yeah, we just do it that way. And I remember my French dressing was the very first dressing that I kind of fell in love with early in my journey. And I ate it almost every single day for, and even now, like I'll default to it. I'm like, why don't I eat this every day? Because it's like my absolute favorite. But the reason why I created it was because my ex at the time, he's Italian, and he would like want vinaigrettes with
Mm.
oil, right? So I was like, how can I make a recipe, a dressing that didn't have any oil in it, but was kind of like a vinaigrette? So I just played around and I did with, so it was 5 dates, 2 cloves of garlic, juice of a lemon, a little apple cider vinegar, some smoked paprika, and chipotle powder. And I mixed it with water. And for some reason, the dates were enough, right? With the water and the dates, it was enough to kind of emulsify it to an extent where it was like having a vinaigrette. It was so good.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was
I
so
made
good.
I made your French dressing before, and I really liked it. I was like, oh, this is why she likes it so much. Yes.
Yeah, that one is so good. Somebody is asking in here, where do you get your research from?
Mm.
Well, for me, I've been studying this kind of stuff for 22 years now. So it's been a long time. And I mean, we get our research from various different other people, and we use logic to, we hear it, we're like, okay, this makes sense. And then we dig further, we ask more questions, looking at studies and stuff. And Nate and I actually just attended Dr. Rick and Karen Dina's raw food education program. And they talk a lot about oils and fats and omega-3s and all that kind of stuff in their course too. So I highly recommend their course for anyone who's looking. But Dr. Rick and Karen Dina are in the bundle too. So
Exactly. I was just going to say that they're in the bundle. They have a whole book on the dressing difference, and I think they also go into talking about why they don't use oil. Yeah,
oh, good.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That
and
book is really cool because they show how just the dressing adds the nutrition. Hmm.
yeah, and even in the bundle, I watched one of the videos. I think it was the PB. Is it PB? I don't know.
Oh,
PBNSG,
yeah.
is it? Is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so they have a series of videos, and they had a video. they had a lecture by Dr. Esseltyn. Esseltyn?
Mhm.
Yeah, and he also talks about no oil, no oil. And he talks about, yeah, he goes into, yeah, the full research about that as well. So yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I started following all these doctors who were also, talking about like no oil as well. Dr. Furman, who's also in the bundle and all that. Then I was just like, okay, all these doctors, it's not just how I feel, but the doctors are also saying the same thing because some people want that confirmation and affirmation. Yeah, so yeah, that's where I've been to the person who's asking me I get my research. I think like there are actually like yeah a lot of videos and lectures from plant-based doctors who are also uh talking about the nasty stuff that happens to you when you eat all that oil.
Exactly. Yeah. Like Dr. McDougall, I
Mm.
think too, but his contributions on gut health. I don't know if I didn't watch all of the videos. I started watching one of them. But he is talking about gut health. I don't know if he goes into oil in his, but he's in there too, and he's oil free. So yeah, Chef AJ, obviously she's oil free too. So we really love that this everybody is on board with that with this bundle. But yeah, someone's asking, is your French dressing recipe in the bundle? So there's a different version of our French recipe, which is in the Alive
Yes,
Lunch video
I saw
course.
that one. Yes.
What do you think of that video
Oh,
course?
I really like it. Yeah, that was why I wanted to tell you. I really like how I realized that, oh my God, I was watching things and like, oh, I'm learning even more stuff now from your video course because you throw in all these little gems here and there. You were right about the gems. Yeah, but you have to really, if you listen and watch it, yeah, you give like so many tips and so many, yeah, just like so many pro tips, in your video course. And it's nice to see you make it because usually we get your ebook, so we don't actually see you making. Although on your YouTubes and your Instagram, you're always showing how you make your food. But it's nice that it's in a course so that you can refer to it over and over again. Oh, I made your day one salad, the citrus one. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. I made that for yeah, Chinese New Year. So when we had our family gathering, I actually made my own salad and brought it to to the gathering to just eat my salad, whereas everybody else was having, traditional Chinese New Year food. And then they're like, "Don't you miss they're like, "Don't you miss this food?" I'm like, "No."
Right? Oh my
In my
gosh.
head it's like mine tastes better and it nourishes me. I mean, I didn't say that aloud, obviously, right?
Right.
Uh,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah. It's so funny because I went to a birthday party recently and we obviously brought our own food because I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like bringing my jackfruit and bringing my mangoes and all that. Because my friend, I was like, oh, I told my friend, I said, I guess there's not going to be any vegan food, huh? Because he's like, oh, we're serving food. Then he's like, oh, oops, sorry, we didn't, we didn't arrange for any. I said, don't worry, we're used to bringing our own food. Is it okay we bring our food? Then she's like, yeah, yeah, sure. So I brought my food there, and then so the birthday cake came out, right? And everybody's eating birthday cakes, and I'm there like eating my orange, like I'm peeling my orange and I'm eating my orange. And my friend was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, you don't need to be sorry. And then I thought I said it in my head. I thought I said it in my head. But apparently I said it out loud. I actually said like, oh, I don't really want to go to hospital when I'm old. And I was like,
Oh
oh
my gosh.
shit, I said it out loud. And Az was just looking at me like, oh yeah, Yin's doing her thing. And then I made the mushroom. So Elspeth has she has a French cooking class and a Thai cooking class and an Indian cooking class in the vegan health bundle. So I made the mushroom. Oh, like I know the mushroom bourguignon with, I don't know how to pronounce the French word, with creamy cauliflower mashed potatoes. So I made that for us and brought that to the party. So he was eating that and I'm just having my
Nice.
oranges, and
Oh
I'm
my
just
gosh.
like, I'm feeling great. So yeah, I think because someone was asking about socializing, was it? Or no, someone was asking off topic, do you help with your mental health issues?
Oh,
Off topic.
oh,
Yeah.
well, we're not mental health professionals, but we can definitely be there to talk to you, right? Yeah. We're there to help and we're there to chat, but yeah. That's a touchy one because,
Yeah.
with mental health, it's like, a lot of different moving parts and everything, but we are definitely there to help, lend an ear or direct in a way that, could be more towards professional help or whatever. But, honestly, eating a raw diet, I feel so much happier and it's easier to cope with stuff because I don't feel like, ugh, on top of all the stress that's going on. So it does help. Obviously, it's not a cure, but yeah. Someone else was asking, my blood work is perfect except my healthy cholesterol. What can I eat to get that to normal levels? That's a really interesting question. I personally would think if you're eating a lot of coconut, that has been known to raise cholesterol in vegans, as well as high sugar foods. That has also been known. Do you have any ideas on that one?
Not so much because like I always view myself more as a chef rather than a nutritionist. So I
Mhm.
don't I I feel like I'm not qualified to give so much nutrition advice, especially if like someone is ill or yeah. So I always tell people like I'm a chef. I like to develop recipes and I make raw vegan Asian food. But when it comes to yeah, and I said, I'm very touchy feely and I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I eat this and I feel good. But in it might work for me, it might not work for someone else, because different people react differently to things and people's body constitutions are different. So yeah, so I may not be able to comment on the cholesterol, yeah. Because
Yeah, and that's okay. And that's beautiful because you are honest about it. There's so many people out there who would just be like, "No, I know, but they don't actually." So that's like it's like so good that you recognize that and share that because we need to direct people. That's like the mental
yeah,
health lesson, right?
yeah,
Like we
I
aren't
don't want to give
help.
people wrong information, and
Yeah,
then mess up
we
their
don't want to
health.
give wrong information because there's too much of that online. Too much of
Mm-hmm.
that online. But honestly, in the bundle, if you do get the bundle, Dr. Lori Marbas and Brittany Giroudi, they have
Oh
blood
yeah,
work for
yes,
vegans. So
yes,
like how
yes,
to read your blood work and I maybe she's got some information too. I would definitely hop in on a live if she's doing a live, and ask her because she would probably be a better one to ask than
yeah.
us. Are all the recipes new? Well, there's lots of new recipes in this bundle, but not all of them are new necessarily. So there's there's just a lot of good stuff. I guess to say. I'm like trying to read these questions at the same time. Best raw meals, protein methods for right after weightlifting, working out to build muscle. Honestly, for that question, it's just eat food. I think just eat, whole food, eat after, having lots of greens and sprouts and, eating your fruit, making sure you get enough calories overall, I think is more important than anything. And just to keep lifting those weights and eating enough. Like I said, eating enough is so important. Um, Yes, you ladies rock. I eat very low fat. Perfect, perfect. Let's see what else. Do either of you take sleep supplements? I don't.
No.
Nope. I go to sleep. It does take me a little bit of time to go to sleep, but I like 9 hours.
Wow, that's a luxury. I wish I could sleep for 9 hours. I usually so I try to go to bed by 10, but I end up usually like sleeping at about 10:30, sometimes 10:30, and then I wake up about 5:30. That's my usual routine. And I don't even put on an alarm clock. I just kind of wake up. So yeah, so when I wake up at 6 or there are times when I do like I think when I'm having my period, that's when I really need to sleep. So then I wake up at 7 and I go like, "Oh, I had so much sleep. Yay."
I know, yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like for us women, like it fluctuates too. I notice sometimes I can get by on less, and other times I need way more. And I know there's people out there who say when you're raw, you don't need lots of sleep, but I don't believe
No.
that. I think that sleep is kind of like almost more important than diet in a way, right? Like
Yeah.
we need that. The diet can't get rid of adenosine in our brain. The only thing that gets rid of that is sleep. So we need to actually go to sleep to clear our lymphatic system in our
Yes.
brain and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't take any sleep supplements. I
Mm.
do have Nate and I got for Christmas these
Oh
headbands.
yeah, nice. I saw the your stories about that. Yeah, how's that?
Yeah, those are really cool. I'm gonna use it again tonight. I keep forgetting to charge it because you have to charge it every
Oh,
day. So
okay.
I'll forget, and then at night I'm like, oh. But you put it on, and it tests. It picks up your brain waves, and
Okay.
in the app they have like different, like they have guided meditations or sounds, and like
Oh,
when you move your head, like wind chimes go. So like
oh,
you, it like moves with your body. It's so cool. It's
so
really
interesting.
interesting. And I noticed that the days that I um, am really hydrated, the days that I don't know what that's from.
Oh,
Thumb
so
up.
cool. That's a new one. That's the first time I've ever seen the thumbs
Yeah,
up.
I know, me too. I'm like, what is
I
going on?
always see hearts, but I've never seen a thumbs up.
Does the heart? Oh,
Oh, is that your
yeah. When you do this, it makes the hearts. Look at that.
Oh, I think it's when you're hosting, right? Because I don't get
Oh,
it.
you didn't? Yeah.
I don't know. It,
Interesting.
it, it doesn't recognize me.
That's so funny. But yeah, so anyways, I've totally lost track. But
Oh, you're
I
talking
got
about,
the
I think, your sleep
yeah, the
thing. Oh, you're
band.
talking about when you have hydration,
Oh
right?
yes,
You
when
say
I'm
when.
really hydrated, and also when there's less screen time before bed.
Mm,
I have a
mm.
higher score, like, get
Ah,
off the phone at sunset,
yes.
don't watch so much Netflix. Right. But yeah, those are two things that really affect my sleep. And also, the time I go to bed. If I
Mm.
go to bed between 9 o'clock and 9:20, I have a better sleep than if I go to bed after that time. So it's really interesting because it tracks it. So you can see in the app like which days, and when you wake up, you can like look at it and be like, okay, yeah, I did this yesterday. I exercised, I slept better. So it's really cool. I really like that. And I also have another app on my phone called Sleep Cycle that I used to use. It tracks like noises, so it can track
Ah.
your breathing. It's not as accurate as the headband, but
Mhm.
it does track a lot of your sleep. And they have like sleep aids. They call them digital sleep aids, where it's like, sounds, nature sounds, rain, white noise,
Mm.
meditations, that kind of thing. So that's been really helpful too in my past. Now that I have the headband though, I use that
Mm.
instead. So yeah,
Ah.
very cool.
Yeah. I
Mm.
usually don't have that. Well, if I don't have any cacao and if I don't have any matcha,
That too.
then
Yeah.
I can fall asleep easily. But yeah, once I have those and then yeah, then it's harder to fall asleep. But most of the time falling asleep, I find it's easier to fall asleep. But I tend to wake up early, that's the thing. Yeah. Then
Mm.
if I do wake up early and then I can't, then it's harder to go back to bed. So that's what it is.
Yeah, you're
So
a lot like
yeah.
Nate too. Nate wakes up really early, and then he'll like be like, I should get up and I should go work out and I should do this and I should do that, and then he just goes back to sleep. But yeah, we're trying. We're trying. I like Nate's gone for the month,
Oh.
full month of March. He will be in Oregon. I'm gonna go to Oregon for his son's birthday, his
Oh,
21st
nice.
birthday. So I get to go down there mid-month after the bundle.
Mhm.
So that will be really cool. And then when he gets back here, then we can get back into a routine, and it'll be really nice.
Oh,
His
very
routine
nice.
is so nice. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this live. It's always a pleasure to chat, and thank you for sharing all of that information about why you choose oil free. That was really cool to hear. And if anybody watching wants to get the bundle, please do go to Raw Chef Yin's Instagram page or
Yeah.
mine and get the
Oh,
bundle from the link in our bio.
yeah. Any one of our links in the bio. Go
Link in
check it
bio.
out.
Link in bio, link in bio. So do you have any final words for the people watching?
Yeah, I think maybe just like I just wanted to say that I love your raw tacos book and I've tried every single recipe in there and it's legit, especially the hard shell tacos. That's so much fun. And I'm so excited to see that now you have your alive course as well. And the course with Chef AJ as well, you know? And you making the cakelets. Oh my God. I want to make them. It's just that like I said, I hurt my wrist. So yeah, I want to make sure that my wrist is healed before I do like something, you know, yeah, like because it needs to like you do this and that. Now I'm just like making green smoothies or just making like one pot meals for us because I'm trying out like the bean recipes for us because that's like so easy, right? So that's really cool. I'm trying out those recipes from the bundle. So yeah, guys, check it out. It's only going to be here from today until March 10th. Please don't message us after March 10th or March 11th and say like, dude, can I still get the bundle? Is it still available? Can you make an exception? We're like, no, we can't. So yeah, so go checking out now. It's like I think it's like the biggest bundle for like this weight loss vegan health bundle ever. So yeah. This time there's so much content that I haven't gone through everything. I usually go through every single thing, but this one is like it outdid me, so I can't go through anything. I haven't gone through everything yet, but I will. So that's how much you guys are gonna get.
Oh,
From the vegan health bundle.
You are one of the ones who goes through absolutely everything, and we love that about you.
Oh, I try. I'm like doing the yoga by Angelica. I was trying the fascia flow, and then I was like doing the meditations. I think in Danielle has her freedom philosophy blueprint, and there are some meditations in there as well. So I've been doing because I meditate every day. So now I'm like, oh, which meditation can I use from the bundle? So that's really cool as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I know it's a big one. So everybody go to the link in our bios, go grab the bundle and download everything for yourself and immerse yourself in some deliciousness and some mindset stuff and change your life, do all the good things. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. It's time for dinner over here, so I gotta go eat.
And it's time for my breakfast over here exactly right now.
Perfect.
Yeah. I gotta have breakfast and you can have a good dinner.
It's going to be delicious. So thank you very much. And we will see you again. Love.
Bye.
Bye.